Good morning, everybody. I'm happy to meet you all once again on this beautiful session of communicative English syllabus introduced by Madras University for the first time. Let's begin with Unit 1, which comprises of LSRW skills, and all the 5 units for you prescribed will go with LSRW skills. So, in this particular session, I would like to go with the first unit's listening and reading part. And first, we would go with actually the speaking part, wherein which you have to be very clear with what you're speaking. So, the basics of speaking part, as mentioned for you. Let's begin learning the basics of speaking. So, unit 1, we have listening and speaking. And in the first session, we have listening and speaking for the first session. We learn first and foremost thing introducing self and others. So, how are we going to introduce ourselves and how are we going to introduce others? So, the main thing in your speaking part, because until and unless you know how to speak about yourself, it's very difficult for you to speak about others. So, this basic thing, we need to know the nuances of doing such thing very beautiful manner. So, I thought I can make it up for speaking first when we move to the first unit, as how our unit covers with the first unit, listening and speaking. We have introducing self. We'll see how we have to make up with introducing oneself. So, how to introduce yourself in college? Like you know very well, you are all now moving into your college, and it's not that you're still in schools. So, the basics of talking with your friends and the basics of introducing yourself to your friends, because they are seeing you the first time and you are seeing them the first time, and it's basically the way you're going to talk that is going to give them the big impression which creates for them throughout the 3 years which you're going to travel with them. So this first session of introducing yourself is very important. So as the saying goes, the first impression is the best one. So you feel right. So when this is going to be very important, we should know what are we and how are we going to impress our friends. So would you want to make a good impression whenever you meet people the first time? Yes or no? You would be wanting. So the first thing you would do is introduce yourself. Let's see what we need to say and how we can say it in several different ways depending on where and whom we are meeting. So, it depends on where we are meeting the friend and who he is, like whether he belongs to your own class or he is a person from the other department. So all this you have to think behind. And imagine you are meeting a group of fellow students in the college for the first time, and the instructor or the teacher asks you to introduce yourself. All this is just mere imaginations, but still one fine day it will happen when you go to your class. Your teacher will put you in such a kind of situation where in which you're supposed to see to that you are making a confident, a very much uh, a confident speech for yourself. So, how are you going to face this particular situation? So, to make it very simple, I have made this video. So, what you have to include in your introduction, that's very important. So, how you would introduce yourself? First and foremost thing, you should say these are the basic 7 things which you should follow. Like you should say your name, and you should say from which school you are coming from or where you studied. Then the place where you are put up, like you are nearby the college or very far off. So what is that you're trying to say? And then your interests, like this is my interest, I want to become a chartered accountant, or I want to become a cricketer, or I wanted to become uh, um, any other person like a musician or a singer or a dancer, or you can say you want to become a great lawyer, a great computer engineer, whatnot. So whatever your interest is going to be, you can jot it down with regards to your interests and your hobbies, normally which will go with your leisure time. So how are you going to spend your leisure time? Anybody in life will have their own leisure time. It's not that 24 by 7 we are working. So we have some time always to do the things which we love in life. So that is called your hobby. You love it. It's not that I can make it as my career. It is like the free time thing, which the free time um, like love, the free time thing which I can do, which I love to do. So how that goes is like I like reading some thrilling novelist novels, or sometimes you might love going for a walk, or sometimes you might love having some pets at home, taking care of the pets, or you might love terrace gardening, and you can say that all evenings I would like to spend by pouring water for my watering my plants in my garden. Or some people will say that every evening I like to spend my time with my friends. At least one half an hour I should be loitering with my friends, so that I can be stress free. There's so many things for your hobbies, you can say. Each one like to do something which they love. Like some say, sometimes no people even love cleaning their house. They say, see, I'm just frustrated with a lot of things, let me do some of the work. Some even at at this particular stage during this COVID and all, it's become a habit, a lovable thing for them, cleaning their own place. They don't touch any other shit, but they see to that they keep their place very neat and clean, which has become, see, anything you do for more than a week, it becomes, or more than some 2 weeks, it becomes a habit. So this has become many of their habits nowadays. So your hobbies, and then you can say about your family, like you can talk about your mom or and about your dad and what they are, and about your sister and your brother. So these are all the basics which you're supposed to know about your own self. So this analysis is very important. And you think that you cannot talk, it is nothing at all. You can talk until and unless you know about yourself. It is not that it's a difficult task. If you know about yourself, it is really really a difficult, it is not, like, if you know yourself, it is not a difficult task. That is what I'm trying to say. So first analyze yourself, try to know these basic things about yourself. Try to spend your time very qualitative to just know who you are and what you are, because schooling is over. Now you're going to college. Like, nobody knows who you are, nobody knows your past history, nobody knows you're a backbencher, nobody knows you're a troublesome person, nobody knows that so many kind of black marks are there. Nobody knows anything about you. Now you are a clean sheet of paper. So it's easy for many people to do any kind of drawings on you. So what we are going to make as teachers, we are going to make you will become. So you don't worry about anything that is past. Now come to back to college with all these little little things in your mind, so that you can pick up the confidence and talk a lot. We have to go with introducing others. Now, talking about the next issue, that is called, now I know about myself. I am this. I finished my schooling here, and I live here. My hobbies are and my interests are, and I have my mom working here, my father doing this, and I have a sibling. That is my sister, my brother, whatsoever. So all this is the basic things. Now, when I'm going to have a chance of introducing others, how I'll do that? Now you have become friends, and a third person comes in and interrupts you, and you should be in a position to introduce your friend who's next to you. So how you would do that? So what is that you should do? Good morning. Meet my friend, my classmate, Krishna. He is an AS football player and he is a part of the college team. So see how it goes. He is an AS football player and he is a part of the college team. So we are having little small sentences connected. It's not that you should always is a player, is a football player or a football player. This is how you try to talk. No, see how nice a sentence is framed. Take your own time, frame such kind of small sentences, and so that introducing of others will be really interesting. Now, if I'm going to put you like your teacher is going to put you in some formal gatherings where in which you have to introduce a guest. So very important, because you should know the basics of introducing somebody, because he's a guest in your place or he or she is a guest in your place. So see how it goes. Just try to follow this. Good morning. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce Ms. Valli Damodharan, the CEO of Star Alliance, a prestigious business amalgamation. She has been with Star Alliance for the past 15 years and has held several responsibilities like. So it goes. Slowly you should know how to make it up. And if you're introducing a resource person, good afternoon. I am pleased to introduce Professor Ganesh, Head, Department of Indian Theatre, University of Texas. So you should see to that you are adding the profile. So this is how the introduction of people, resource people or guest people goes. If you want to make it again and again, you can pause it, rewind it, and listen to it again. Like, good morning. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce Ms. Valli Damodharan, the CEO of Star Alliance, a prestigious business amalgamation. She has been with Star Alliance for the past 15 years and has held several responsibilities like you continue. So for your sake I have done it twice. So this is how the introduction session goes. So introducing yourself and introducing others also. Then when I go with the task, like you go to your staff room or you meet someone there in the department, you can say how you have to introduce yourself. Like, good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, madam. I am Priya from second year BSc or first year BSc, whatever it is. I wish to know uh, like any other details you want to ask them. So this is how you introduce, and then you wanted to ask something to them, you can continue with it. The first and foremost thing, like, sir, I want to know. No, this is how you people are talking. That is what this lesson is all about. You are not supposed to immediately put on your views or your questions to people. With your principal, if you are going, good evening, sir. I'm Rajesh from the Department of Computer Science. I am in the first year. I'm applying for a scholarship. Please attest the application form. So you go with the attestation. And if it's going to be like the task, like you're going to meet somebody in places, like you're going to meet your language teacher. Excuse me, ma'am. I am I am Priya or I am Rajesh from Computer Science Department. I would like to know some reference books with regards to the communication skills which is introduced by University of Madras. So it goes. So with the fellow students in the canteen, you can ask, did you go to the canteen today? It was really nice. Like, I had some teas and the samos, which was really good today. It was very hot. So you can try to converse about the foods you had in your canteen. And then with your students, what is the club? Regarding the club, shall I know about the new procedures, or shall I know about the new songs which has been chosen for the next celebrations? So you can continue that. And with librarian, excuse me, sir, may I know how to take my books and what are the procedures for lending the library books? Uh, it goes. So at competition, hello, hi, excuse me, I've come to register for this particular event. Could I know in which table I should make my registration? And with the guest, if somebody is reaching you, you can always say, excuse me, can I help you? I belong to this college. If you have come for this particular event, if you tell me to which event you have been making yourself here, I would guide you to that particular venue, so you can help them out. This is how little by little you should learn your language. So first lesson comprises of only speaking here, unit 1 with with speaking I have just completed. In the next video I will be talking about the next series. Thank you.